So are you wondering what that true cause of your foot pain is? Well, I've got news for you. It's probably your cuboid. What is a cuboid? That's what we're going to talk about today. This month here at Physical Therapy for Everybody, we're talking about, yes, that is supposed to move. So if you remember, last month we talked about all the different muscles because it was, yes, there's a muscle there. The next statement after that is, yes, that is supposed to move. Because usually this is how the conversation goes in the clinic, that yes, there's a muscle there, and yes, that particular joint is supposed to move. And many people who we work with are really shocked at all the things that really are supposed to move in their body. And they're not sure that those things have ever moved in their body. But today we're talking about the cuboid. Now, we're talking about the cuboid because it's a very, very, very important bone that's in your foot. And the thing is with the cuboid is that it's supposed to sit in one position, but sometimes it drops down and kind of gets closer to the ground. But when it does that, it locks up your entire foot. So all of a sudden, when you're supposed to be walking and rolling through your foot, or you're supposed to be running and having that push off, it can't happen because the cuboid's locked in position. So I have a model to show you. Now, obviously, we can see why this person has foot pain because they've got a big old rod up their heel. That would be very painful, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about this bone over here. So this is the outline of the cuboid right here. I know it's a little bit hard to see with all this lovely sunshine coming in, but that's it right there. From the other side, that's it right there. So it is on the outside of your foot, but it's pretty close to your heel. So there's your heel bone, right? There's your cuboid right there. But it's on the outside, not on the inside. Now, what happens is you can see how it kind of maybe sits up. Maybe you can see that a little bit. What will happen is that it will drop down. When it drops down, as I said earlier, it locks up all these bones in the foot so they can't move normally. What does that do? Well, that puts stress on all the muscles in the foot, and it also puts stress on the plantar fascia. Yes. So if you've ever had plantar fasciitis and maybe you've tried icing and rolling and massage and all those things and it didn't work at all, well, it's probably because your cuboid's not moving correctly and it's getting stuck in position. So even though you do those things and you ice the plantar fascia and you massage it and you roll it and you get it more flexible, every time you walk, it's going to put too much stress on that plantar fascia and cause micro tears, which is going to cause damage. And you can't stop it until you get that cuboid moving correctly. Does that make sense? It's such a key, important bone. It's small, but so critically important. I have seen people who have cuboid problems that exhibit themselves as foot pain, but it can go obviously all the way up the chain from your knee to your hip to your low back, because if your foot's not moving normally as you're walking, that force that's going up into your low back is not going to be normal as well. So it can start as foot pain, it can transfer up the body, it can end up all the way in the low back. It can actually go up the back, but usually by the time it gets to the low back is when people will come in. So if you're listening to this and you're saying, oh yeah, so I've had like plantar fascia pain for years, and yeah, my knee started hurting a while ago, and yeah, you're right, my hip starts hurting, and what? My low back's next? Yes, your low back is going to be next. So let's deal with it now. Let's deal with it before that low back becomes a problem. Let's get your cuboid moving normally. Let's let the muscles in your foot be able to work normally, because yes, there are muscles there. Let's get your knee tracking correctly and your hip moving so that when you're walking, running, exercising, doing all the things that you love doing, you're not putting an abnormal stress through that foot, which is irritating the plantar fascia and all the structures that are down there. So Oh, I also wanted to talk for my dancers. So I know I have a lot of dancers out there who watch these videos. And if you find it difficult to get over your box and stay over your box correctly, it's your cuboid. 9 times out of 10, it's your cuboid. So if you feel like you're not able to get over your box when you're on point, it's your cuboid. You definitely want to make sure that that gets treated and gets put back into place so that you're able to get over your box and be able to balance there. So if you've been struggling with foot pain of any kind, Achilles, tendonitis type stuff, even calf stuff, calf muscle guarding, plantar fasciitis, even any sharp shooting pains in between your toes, we call these your metatarsal heads, but any sharp shooting pain up in here in your foot, chances are your cuboid is not moving correctly, and we need to get it moving correctly so that that pain does not go up into your knee, your hip, your low back, and on and on and on. If you have any questions about your foot pain, we would love to do a body chat with you. You can give us a call at 425-658-4944. We offer this completely free body chat over the phone to find out more about your story, to hear what's going on with you, and to see if you're a good fit for what we offer here at Physical Therapy for Everybody. Have a great day, everyone.